What would drive someone to deface a community haven over a petty grudge, and how far would their defiance take them? In the quiet suburb of Willow Creek, the community gym stood as a beacon of unity, its walls adorned with vibrant murals painted by local teens during a summer art program. The gym was more than a place to exercise. It was where neighbors laughed, shared stories, and found solace. But beneath its warm exterior, a storm was brewing, one that would unravel the fragile threads of this tight-knit community. Karen Mitchell, a 42-year-old divorcee with a sharp tongue and an even sharper sense of entitlement, had been a regular at the gym for years. Her presence was impossible to ignore. Her loud complaints about the music, the equipment, or the unhygienic habits of others echoed through the space. Most members tolerated her, chalking it up to her need for control after a messy divorce. But her latest fixation would push everyone to their limits. It started with a trivial dispute over the gym schedule. Karen demanded that her favorite spin class, led by the charismatic instructor Jamal Carter, be moved to a later time to suit her new work hours. Jamal, a single father who balanced teaching classes with raising his daughter, explained that the schedule was set months in advance to accommodate the majority. Karen didn't take kindly to being told no. Her face reddened, her voice rose, and she stormed out, vowing to make things right. That night, under the cover of darkness, Karen returned to the gym. Armed with cans of neon spray paint, she unleashed her fury on the mural-covered wall. In bold, jagged letters, she scrawled insults aimed at Jamal and the gym's manager, Lisa Nguyen. The once vibrant mural of children playing under a rainbow was now a chaotic mess of fluorescent pinks and greens, with words like liar and unfair screaming across the brick. Karen stood back, chest heaving, feeling a twisted sense of triumph. She thought her message would force change. She was wrong. By morning, the community was in an uproar. The mural, a symbol of hope, was ruined. Parents whispered in shock as their kids stared at the defaced wall. Jamal, who had poured his heart into the gym, felt a pang of betrayal. Lisa, a soft-spoken woman with a steel backbone, called the police. Security footage revealed Karen's act, and the town was abuzz with disbelief. How could someone they knew, someone they saw every day, do this? Karen was arrested, but she showed no remorse. At her hearing, she argued that the gym had disrespected her, and that her actions were a protest against poor management. The judge, unimpressed by her defiance, slapped her with a $100,000 fine to cover damages and community restitution. Worse, she was ordered to repaint the entire wall herself, a task that would take weeks. The courtroom fell silent as Karen's bravado crumbled. She was alone, her pride shattered, but the worst was yet to come. Enter Mia Delgado, a quiet artist who had helped design the original mural. Mia was an unexpected presence in this saga, a college student who rarely spoke up but carried a deep love for Willow Creek. She had been away at school when the vandalism happened, but when she returned and saw the ruined mural, something shifted in her. Mia approached Lisa with a proposal. She would help restore the mural, but only if Karen agreed to work alongside her. Lisa, seeing an opportunity for redemption, convinced the court to allow it. Karen scoffed at the idea. Work with a kid to fix her mess? Felt like another humiliation. But with no choice, she agreed. The first day on the job was tense. Karen, in her pristine workout gear, stood awkwardly with a paint roller while Mia, covered in splattered paint, worked with quiet focus. Mia didn't lecture or judge. She simply painted, her strokes deliberate and full of care. Karen, expecting hostility, was disarmed by Mia's calm. For the first time, she felt a flicker of shame. As days turned into weeks, the dynamic shifted. Mia shared stories about the mural's creation, how the kids had laughed as they painted, how each brushstroke held a memory. Karen, usually quick with a retort, listened in silence. One afternoon, as they worked under the scorching sun, Mia revealed why the mural mattered so much. Her younger brother, Diego, had been one of the kids who painted it. Diego had passed away the previous year from leukemia, and the mural was his legacy, a reminder of his joy. Karen froze, paint dripping from her roller. She hadn't known. No one had told her. The twist hit Karen like a tidal wave. Her act of rage hadn't just defaced a wall. It had desecrated a memory. For the first time, she saw the faces of the community not as adversaries but as people with their own pain, their own stories. She thought of Jamal, who had always been kind despite her complaints, and Lisa, who had fought to keep the gym open during tough times. Karen's heart sank as she realized the depth of her mistake. But the story doesn't end with redemption. Karen, overwhelmed by guilt, tried to apologize to Mia, but the words felt hollow. Mia accepted the apology with a nod, but her eyes held a quiet sorrow that cut deeper than anger. The community, too, was unforgiving. Whispers followed Karen everywhere, at the grocery store, the coffee shop, even the gym she no longer dared to enter. The mural was restored, more beautiful than before, with Mia's talent breathing new life into it. But Karen's place in Willow Creek was gone. The fine drained her savings, and the isolation broke her spirit. On the final day of painting, Karen stood alone, staring at the finished mural. The vibrant colors mocked her, a reminder of what she had tried to destroy and could never regain. Mia had left for college, and the community had moved on, their unity stronger for it. Karen, however, was a ghost in her own town. She had wanted to be heard, to assert her place, but all she had done was erase it. As she packed up her paint cans, a single tear fell. She had fought for control, for validation, but in the end, she had lost everything: her pride, her community, her purpose. The mural stood tall, a testament to resilience, while Karen walked away, her footsteps echoing in the emptiness of her choices. ND